Good morning. We want to talk to you today about the creator that you are and the beliefs that you hold playing a big part in that creator. We know that we have done many recordings on health and well-being, on getting the things that you want to get or not get in your life. But we feel sometimes it's a good idea to summarize or go over again what it is that we have talked about up to this point so that you can be really clear in the way that you create in your experience. There simply is no right and wrong, no good and bad. And we know that many of you as parents feel that you are here to teach right and wrong and what is good and what is bad. But that's not really exactly the truth of it or what it is that you are doing. Because oftentimes that child is more plugged in, more understanding of how it creates than you are, you see. As you experience negativity, as you experience those who are doing their studies and who are guiding you in the life experiences that they are having, you're picking and choosing. You're deciding of whether you will adopt something that feels good to you in your experience or whether you'll adopt something that makes you fearful in your experience. So as you worry about your child and what it is that they eat, how it is that they are perceiving the environment that they are in, you forget all about the representation that you are, that you hold in the view of yourself to them, you see. You're a guide, a teacher. And how does a good guide or a good teacher direct those that are following them? By example. You're never going to do it with your words. You're never going to do it with your proclamation of what someone should or should not do. You're going to do it by how you live your life, you see. And you're going to have to trust a little bit that those that are following you, whether you be some type of a teacher or you are actually parenting someone or you are a caregiver, you're going to have to decide to trust that they have a guidance system and that they can follow it and that they can pick and choose by the way that they feel what is in most alignment to them. And as they do this, this will be what is the most creative value in their life, you see. Notice that we said what is in alignment to them, not in alignment to you. No matter how much you think something is true, we do not know for sure how it is you have adopted or come to that conclusion. Have you decided to believe something that you are fearful of? Have you decided that your health and well-being must be prevented? It must be taken care of or looked out for in order to have it? What have you decided to believe in what you view in your masses? Because this would be the truth that you hold within you, that now you try to enforce or control or add on to those that are in relationship with you. The only thing that causes a problem is when someone adopts something out of fear and they come up against someone who is opposing them in what it is that they have adopted. Now the dance becomes a very entwined, tight, unavoidable exchange. This is your mirror that you have created by the view that you have held in the truth that you have decided to adopt and perceive as being your reality. We know that it's going to be difficult for you to really believe or understand that reality is adopted. It's chosen. It's not the same for everyone. We think you would agree. If you look around in the way that people eat, in the way that they drink, in the way that they exercise, in the way that they live their lives, you would find that all of them are having different results. And you might say that there are those that are doing certain things that are all having certain results. But we would tell you that every single time, the ones that are getting the same results have adopted the same beliefs or perceptions of the studies that they have viewed. So we are not surprised at all that these would be supported by the ones that have chosen them, you see. But make no mistake about it. Isn't it spectacular, really, to know that there is no reality, quote unquote, that you do not adopt or decide to choose? Let that sink in. There is no reality aside from the one that you choose. Now, you can choose based upon what others have chosen. Many are doing it. And we're not poo-pooing it. We're simply telling you that you are choosing it, and it's why it is true for you. You can decide to create sovereignly, individually, all on your own, and pick and choose only in a way that feels good to you by using the intricate guidance system that is a part of you. And this is the way that we would recommend doing it, by the way. And then you can let go of all your worry, all your blame, all of the concerns that you hold, that others are somehow placing bad health, loss of money, whatever it is that you have decided to go along with. You can let go of all of that. Can you imagine how relaxed, how calm, how easy life would be if you would just accept the truth that you create the reality that you are in. There's nothing to worry about. There's nothing to be concerned about. There's just you picking in your joy, in your happiness. And because of that picking in joy and happiness, you create alignment. And in alignment, you align to your source, where the money is, where the good health is, where the lovely mate is, where the job is that is your passion. This is how you do it, you see. You don't do it by deprivation, by control, by demands, by working really hard. This is not how you create. You create through alignment. We talk about alignment all the time, but you keep forgetting what it is. Alignment never comes in fear. It never comes in following something that you feel you have to follow or something bad is going to follow you. It comes by you choosing what feels good to you. And then allowing others to view you in that choice that you have made and decide if that's something they want to choose and also feel good in. This is what your masses do. Everybody is a representation of the life they're living and the choices they are making. And all of it is available. All of it is there for you to view, for you to decide whether it is something you want to add or take your focus off of and skim by and not add. You can add something very easily in your distaste of it or your love of it. So it is very important that you decide to be the picker and chooser in joy, in happiness, in the knowing that this is where alignment is made or created. And in alignment, there's a natural flow of all the things that align to that choice that you have made. But you can make a choice in any direction and inadvertently align to things that are going to simply emanate back to you what you are. Are you fearful? Are you believing that health needs to be maintained? Are you believing that there are good things to eat and bad things to eat? Or do you just simply love what you eat? We're not saying that you cannot choose the things in your view that are quote unquote healthy and love them. But this would be the way that you would guide others that are viewing you to choose them in a way that would be healthy for them. But if you are choosing based upon avoidance of things, of determining that certain things are good and certain things are bad, you're not in alignment. And you will feel it by the way you feel. You will be running up against mirrors of people who are not eating the way you're eating, not exercising the way you're exercising, opposing of what it is that you view to be healthy as opposed to what they view to be healthy. These would be the mirrors that you're getting, that you are not in alignment. We are not saying that you cannot choose healthy eating and healthy exercising in your view of it, but you must choose it in your love of it. You must choose it in your alignment to it, and then hope that others do same. We know that as parents and as coaches and as caregivers, we feel as though we have to guide others in what it is that they do in order to be healthy. But this isn't how it works. Because in your noticing and in your pointing out of where not health is, you have inadvertently become unhealthy. And those that will be attracted to you will be the representation of that. And it will only reinforce that fear, that belief, that thing that you hold within you that it is true. And therefore, here it comes into form as part of your reality, you see. There's another way to do it. I live in my joy. I live in my happiness. I choose for myself what I believe is most in alignment to me and the way that I will live. And in this way, I will be a representation of that. And others may decide to join me in that. And this would include your children, you see. We're not saying that you can't guide them in what is available for them to choose, that you cannot fill your home with the things that you love because you are the guide or the teacher. You can. But you must trust that when they go out into the world and when other opportunities come that a choice must be made, that you allow them to do it with their own guidance system. And you let go of all fear and worry that they are going to be damaged by that choice, because you understand that they too are gods. They too are creators. They too are advanced, spiritual pioneers that have a right to choose, you see. We hope that you get this transmission with the intention that we are sending it. We want you to know that this right and wrong thing, this good and bad thing, is actually the determiner of your alignment. When you decide, I choose sovereignly, this is what I love, what I am aligned to, what I am picking, and you allow others to do same, now you are the creator of the experience that you are wanting to have. You have to trust that these little ones that come in, they know what they're doing. Why is it that they eat what they want, do what they want, say what they want? Because they are in joy, they're in connection. They know that there is nothing to fear, there is nothing to harm them, because they are not holding anything in opposition to that belief. So they are in 100% alignment. They can gobble down anything, they can say anything, and they're in alignment to it. But then you, as the teachers that you are, the well-meaning humans that you are, decide in your worry, in your fear, and from your experience, that you are now going to impart that onto them. All you're going to do is create control, resistance, not alignment. They have a guidance system. They are fully connected to it if you would allow them, as the experiences as they are, to follow you in the love of you, in the noticing of you, in the likeness to you, and not in your control or fear that you are imparting upon them. Good day.